Hello, this is Mike again. Today we're talking with JT Inman of RedBrick Financial Group. I'm the president of Stochastic Marketing, and for first-time listeners, Stochastic works with hundreds of HVAC and plumbing contractors who collectively have sold over $4 billion, and we've analyzed more than 40 million of their customer visits to develop our data analytics and mirror score reports. But one of the topics that comes up occasionally when talking with contractors is consumer credit and financing rejects. So today I'd like to revisit a conversation I had with JT Inman. He's the Director of Business Development for RedBrick Financial, and they have just entered the U.S. market in Q1 of this year, although in Canada they've specialized in financing for residential contractors for many years. They have a financing solution that may be particularly effective for contractors who are trying to sell higher-end, expensive replacement systems. Good to talk with you again, JT.
Well, thank you very much for having me, Mike. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Well, JT, we recently had the opportunity to talk about your program for several hours at Comfort Tech. Unfortunately, not many contractors visited that show, and like lots of exhibitors, we had a few hours to kill getting to know our neighbors. But a lot like me, you didn't grow up in an HVAC or plumbing contractor. Tell us a little bit about your background and RedBrick Financial's background, because a lot of guys probably have not really had a chance to get familiar with you guys.
Sure, great. No, I actually never been in finance before. I actually have a degree in history. I was going to be a teacher, but my dad's a longtime salesman for safety supply equipment, got me into sales, and I kind of gravitated through banking, financial sales, and then with American Express for about 10 years prior to being quartered by RedBrick. They were starting off in the U.S. earlier this year, like you mentioned, and it sounded exciting to me. So I came over to the residential financing world from a background of banking and American Express financial sales. And parent company of I don't know if you want to touch on this, but the parent company of RedBrick is Snap Financial. So what really attracted me was that Snap Financial is up in Canada. It's the parent company of RedBrick, and they came to me saying that they wanted to roll out RedBrick in the States because they're a bigger player up in the Canadian market. So it really resonated with me in that it was kind of almost like a startup. I could run my own business down in the States, myself and three of my counterparts that cover the rest of the U.S., and we're trying to grow a new financing model for contractors that you cater to.
Well, how does your financial product, if that's the right term, how does that differ from what people like Wells Fargo or GreenSky or whatever have been offering in the U.S. for years? What's different about what you guys do? Because when we talked in Comfort Tech, it seemed very similar to some of the other products that are other high-ticket items used.
Yes. Yeah, we're similar in that we're offering customer financing, but there is almost where the similarities fall aside. A lot of our competitors, like the Wells and Synchronies of the world, GreenSky, they offer credit card, revolving debt credit cards to their customers or for their financing needs. We do installment loans, much like a car loan. That's the way we view it. It's been a great model up in the Canadian market, in that Snap Financial is size-wise or market share-wise is very similar to a Wells or Synchrony down here. They have a partnership with every major manufacturer north of the border. Us being new down in the States, we don't have that luxury, so we're trying to grow it organically, I guess, right now without the partnerships, and trying to do word of mouth and partnering with people like yourself.
Well, for a long time, guys have talked about on the sales side of thing, emphasize to the consumer the low monthly payments, right? Just like the car dealers use.
Yes.
And car dealers use that low monthly payment on car loans to get consumers over that sticker shock of a price of a new car. It's not $45,000. It's only
$299 a month, or what?
$299 a month if you put down
exactly.
$20,000. Is converting to sort of installment loans a way to get HVAC contractors over the fear of a credit card reject on the high-end systems, the $10,000 or $15,000 systems that people are selling, but maybe other people are just a little bit afraid of that. Is that what you're seeing up in Canada?
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. We view it like car sales. We're not trying to be the shady car salesman, we're not trying to have our contract.
All salesmen are good people. Don't
exactly.
be shady.
Yeah. No, but what we're trying to do is, exactly that. We're trying to avoid the sticker shock of a $10,000, $12,000, or $15,000 replacement equipment. A lot of people don't have that money in their pocket to pay out or to shell out, and if they throw it on a credit card, they're going to pay exorbitant interest rates or compounded interest. It's going to be revolving debt. It's going to really ding up their credit. We're trying to soften that blow and sell low monthly payments, much like when you go in to buy a car. Like you said, if you buy a truck, what are you buying? A $40,000 truck? No, the car dealer is promoting $299 a month payments, and it's much more affordable, and it's actually easier to upsell as well. But we're trying to be fast, fair, and friendly. That's our little mantra, and we're trying to make it easy for contractors to sell on low monthly payments and to avoid that sticker shock.
And that's really, Stochastic has the same goal, sounds like, as the manufacturers. We'd like to make it easier for contractors to sell more high-end systems. And that's really, it's in their best interest to bring your low monthly payments to the U.S. Is that really why they said, hey, can you go into the U.S. market?
Exactly. We had one of our major partners up in the up in north of the border. They actually tried to bring in and do their own financing, and they found out how much of a mess it was trying to offer up 0% financing for 60 months and all the different plans and things. So they went back to Snap and said, can you do this for us in Canada? But by the way, can you go south of the border? Can you go down to the United States and take it over as well? And that's how we got started in the U.S.
So why isn't it Snap in the U.S.? Why is it RedBrick Financial?
Well, unfortunately, the name Snap out in the sort of the Four Corners states and in western U.S., there's a couple other Snap financials that do financing for jewelry and furniture. And unfortunately, they had some poor customer service reviews type of thing, and we were Snap prior to this year for a few months when we were just helping that partner south of the border here. But we were getting a lot of customer service complaints and calls from those customers using those financing for furniture and jewelry that had nothing to do with us. So we decided to rebrand in the U.S. as RedBrick.
So that was about, just 7 months ago, right?
Yes. Yeah, basically, the end of January, 1st of February of 2016.
Yeah, and it's been so recent. That's why I thought it might be a lot of our contractors might like a chance to kind of listen and learn about another way to use low monthly payments to sell some more high-end systems, because 7 months is not a lot of time for guys to get kind of aware of it. So you guys, you say you have the kind of the feel of a startup. Do you have nationwide coverage for all practical purposes? I mean, you're in the Midwest, right? Yeah, you're in the Midwest.
I cover the entire Midwest from the Dakotas to Ohio. I have a counterpart, Todd Pramoff, who covers the Northeast down to Virginia, and then Chad Cosby, another. And actually, Todd and then Chad Cosby actually came over for a couple of our competitors. They've had a number of years at the Wells Fargos of the world or the GreenSkys, and so they bring a wealth of knowledge from that side of the business. So Chad covers the southern U.S., and then John Swider came over with myself from American Express. So we have some payment industry background, credit cards and merchant processing, and as well as banking. He covers the entire West Coast. So,
so you don't have all the bureaucracy of some of the established players. How about what do you guys do? Tell me about the sales process. So a contractor's in front of a customer. What kind of credit scores pass muster with you?
Sure.
What's the average replacement system that
Sure.
you guys finance? And then how long does it take to get an approval? Tell me about that process, right?
Okay.
Sales guy.
So we get aggressive. We're doing an installment loan. We view the loan application, we view the replacement equipment as a major investment in your home. And should it be put on a credit card? No, we don't believe it should. That's why we view it much like the car loan. Like it's an installment loan. We'll get aggressive. We'll go down to the low 600s. We'll take co-applicants, and we take total household income into account for our underwriting purposes. And the process is very simple. We get a dealer contractor up and going on our app. We have a smartphone tablet app, and we give them access to log in through it's a free app they can download once they're set up with a dealer number with us. And when they're at the kitchen table, it takes literally 2 minutes to get an approval. They can do a driver's license scan of the homeowner. It gets half the information we need. They enter the other half that we ask for. They submit the application, and they'll get an approval right then and there. And because we're a smaller firm, you can call. If there's a little hiccup in the system, if it goes to review or we're missing some information, you can call me. I can pull up information on the fly. Our dealer support is 24/7. They can call in to us if I'm, in front of someone, and they can get an answer right then and there of what's going on, what do we need to do to get this loan approved. And
they get paid. They get paid when they send you the serial number and say, okay, it's been installed and here it is.
Yeah, basically we just need a description of the equipment. So the normal invoice that they present the homeowner, we just need a copy of that emailed, or even you can take a picture and text it to us, and we'll direct deposit into your bank account of your choosing 24 to 48 hours later.
So
you're paid, you're done.
Yeah.
And,
go ahead. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So the contractor's paid, and then the clock is ticking on that. Since we already paid you, the homeowner's got 30 days. We'll send out a notice about 30 days after, basically 30 days right after we pay the contractor, and then we'll send them a notice that their first payment is due to RedBrick. And the beauty of it is there's no prepayment penalty. So whatever plan they choose, or whatever plan is presented to them from the contractors on the app, they could pay it off in 10 years. We have 5-year plans and 10-year plans. They can pay it off in 5 months, 5 years, or 10 years, whichever they choose. And we're not going to ding them for prepayment penalties or compounded interest.
So what's a typical system that you've been financing here in the U.S.? I mean, how much is it typically?
Yeah, our average ticket right now is about $8,700, like $8,650, rounding up a little bit. But it's we have a good, better, best calculator that's built into our app. It's the first thing you log into. You can choose to use it or you can bypass it, but a lot of contractors like to use it because it gives you a chance to show a good solution, a better solution, and the best, and it helps you upsell. It really helps you show the small difference between the monthly payments, and the homeowners see that like it only costs $20 more a month for a better solution, a more efficient piece of equipment. They'll go for that, and it helps drive a higher average ticket.
So your $8,700, that's about $1,200 above the average replacement in the Midwest.
Yes.
So I guess, and again, one of the reasons I wanted to maybe introduce you guys to the 9,000 people that get these emails, is maybe this is a solution for that. The good, better, best pitch allows them to say, okay, what's my monthly payment, right in front of them. And if it's an installment loan, it's typically at a lower interest rate, right, and a longer term.
Well, the,
right?
the beauty of it, too, well, one of our kind of our founding principles as well is that, and I didn't really highlight this in the beginning, is that we don't really believe in high dealer fees for financing. I know with some of our competitors, they offer the longer term 0%, no interest options, but let's face it, no one's really getting 0% because it's costing somebody 10%, 15% to offer up no interest, no payments to the homeowner. The contractor is going to eat that or build that into the cost of the equipment. We don't do that. We believe in either no dealer fees or very low dealer fees. So we kind of put the ownership of the financing back on the homeowner. We have very low monthly payments, and we have some low interest plans that we really believe in, and we're not trying to ding the contractor for offering financing. We're trying to help them by driving low monthly payments through financing.
So there's not this big, buy down of the special loans,
no,
right?
No, not at all. We just believe that's kind of a shell game, and somebody's paying for that. Usually it's the homeowner, right? So
right.
Let's avoid that. Let's just be upfront and say, hey, no dealer fees or very low dealer fees, and just offer the financing. Offer fast, fair, and friendly financing. That's what it is.
Well, JT, how do guys get a hold of you? What's the best way to?
You could either email me, JT Inman, it's INMAN, at RedBrickFinancial.com, or the easiest way is to call me on my cell, 269-588-2537. And whether you're in the Northeast, the West, or the South, or the Midwest, I can help you out. I can steer you to one of my colleagues as well if you're not in my territory yet. But we're here to help, and we're here to grow our business as well. So we'll help you grow your business.
Well, JT, I appreciate taking the time to make contractors aware of another way to finance and sell more systems. We all know the low monthly installment loan model works real well for car dealers, right? I mean, you watch television, see it in their ads, and hopefully some dealers can use this to kind of do the same thing and look at another alternative. So
exactly. Thanks. I appreciate your time.
All right. Well, listen, at least we hopefully got something out of Comfort Tech, and let's run into each other soon. And again, appreciate you taking the time. And again, anybody, if you're listening, just get JT Inman at RedBrickFinancial.com an email, or give them a call. I think it's 269-588-2537, and we hope that helps you sell more, particularly higher-end replacement systems. So kind of signing out, and appreciate it, JT.
Thank you, Mike. Have a good one.
You too.
Thanks.